Summer fishing patterns are officially locked in across the Lone Star State, and water temperatures are climbing fast. Right now, mid-bay water temperatures are holding steady between 78 and 85 degrees, and the early morning bite is nothing short of explosive. We've got high tides pushing baitfish deep into the vegetation, and above normal water levels are changing how you need to approach the flats. If you want to beat the heat and land heavy boxes of fish before the noon sun takes over, you need to adjust your strategy right now. Your success this weekend depends on playing the tides and knowing exactly where the green water meets the runoff. Good morning, Texas anglers. Welcome to your official Texas Gulf Coast fishing report for the upcoming weekend. Today we are looking at a dynamic mid-June weather shift across the entire coastal bend. Our main feature highlights a major seasonal change. While water clarity is hitting peak summer form in several systems, recent heavy regional rains have introduced massive freshwater inflows, completely resetting the bite patterns from Sabine Pass all the way down to Baffin Bay. We're going to give you the exact game plan you need to navigate these inflows so you can load the boat. Taking a look at your coastal weather conditions for the upcoming weekend, things are improving by the hour. Overall wind conditions are forecasted to be relatively calm down south, and across the upper coast, those stiff winds are finally laying down. This drop in wind is excellent news for water clarity, but keep your eyes on the afternoon sky. High tides will be peak time for first light, pushing clean Gulf water right up against the shorelines. Remember, the summer heat is intense, so keep your hydration levels up, wear your kill switch at all times past the jetties, and put safety first on the water. Starting up north on Sabine Lake, water temperatures are hovering right around 78 to 80 degrees. The big news here is visibility and salinity. On the south end of Sabine, we're seeing massive schooling activity. Oversized redfish and heavy jack crevalle are busting glass minnows and mullet right on the surface. If you want consistent action, look for the birds. Redfish, black drum, and sheep's head are stacking up thick along the rock structures, biting best on live shrimp and soft plastics. Moving into the massive Galveston and Trinity Bay complex, water temperatures have climbed into the mid-80s. Despite the heat, clarity and watercolor are absolutely excellent right now. The trout have officially transitioned out of the shallows. Your best bet this weekend is hitting the deeper, open bay reefs. Look for slicking over shell reefs in 5 to 8 feet of water. That's where the speckled trout are staging. Along the Galveston beachfront, surf fishermen are finding solid trout action at first light, while land-based shark and bull redfish anglers are keeping the reels screaming on the third sandbar. Heading down to East Matagorda, water temperatures are sitting pretty between 80 and 82 degrees. The trout bite remains highly productive for drifters working mid-bay shell reefs in about 5 feet of water. Pop a live shrimp under a popping cork or bounce soft plastics along the bottom. For the wade fishermen, the early morning moon phase is working to your advantage. Get out early onto the mid-bay reefs and toss small topwaters or slow-sinking twitch baits like MirrOlure soft dines to target those solitary trophy trout. Redfish action in Matagorda has also jumped this week. Look for schools pushing hard over every piece of submerged shell you can find. Over in the Seadrift area in San Antonio Bay, the trout bite is nothing short of red hot. Guides are boxing limits before 8 a.m. by working aggressive schools on the flats. Down in Rockport and Port Aransas, the system has received a massive, much-needed influx of freshwater from recent coastal rains. Don't let the runoff scare you. Trout fishing remains incredibly strong. The key here is positioning. Seek out the green water edges early in the morning. The redfish are completely unfazed by the fresh water and high tides. They are locked into a strict summer pattern, holding tight to shallow grass lines and foraging in the potholes. If you can find the mullet, you will find the reds. Sliding down toward Riviera and further into Baffin Bay, we are seeing some incredible trophy potential. Recent heavy downpours briefly knocked water temperatures down last week, but they have quickly rebounded back into the mid to upper 80s. The drop in temperature triggered an explosive topwater bite. Anglers are landing heavy, quality trout up to 7 pounds in water just 2 to 3 feet deep, specifically where large concentrations of jumping mullet are present. Down on the lower coast around Corpus Christi, the higher than normal tides have pushed the redfish incredibly tight to the shorelines. They are hunting shallow, so leave the heavy gear at home. Gold spoons, lightweight swim baits, and large soft plastics rigged on 1/16 or 1/8 ounce light jig heads are producing fantastic numbers of reds right against the sand. Heading into Port Mansfield and South Padre, the calm wind forecast means water clarity across the entire lower system is crystal clear and prime for sight casting on the flats. If you've got the boat to make the run offshore, the federal red snapper season is in full swing. The state water reefs are also holding fantastic limits of solid snapper alongside large bull redfish. Just be sure to check your weather windows before heading past the jetties. Before you head down to the boat ramp this weekend, make sure to visit our official gear shop online to grab your Tight Lines apparel and insulated gear to keep you cool and protected out on the water. Our early summer expert tip for this weekend focuses entirely on freshwater transition zones. When heavy rains introduce fresh runoff into the bays, do not abandon your saltwater spots. Instead, look for the clean salinity lines, where the denser green saltwater pushes underneath or sits adjacent to the freshwater runoff. Speckled trout will often stage right on these distinct visibility edges to ambush bait flushed out by the current, giving you a perfect target area for drifting or casting. That wraps up your comprehensive weekend forecast for the Texas Gulf Coast. To all of our private subscribers, thank you so much for your time, your trust, and for sharing your local data points with our network each week. We build this resource for you, and we couldn't do it without our incredible community of coastal anglers. Have a safe, prosperous weekend out there on the salt. God bless you all, keep your eyes on the horizon, and don't forget, tight lines, everyone.